Hey guys, Akil here, and welcome back to the Trading Coach Podcast, the #1 Forex trading podcast out there, in my opinion. Maybe a little bit biased, but I think we're the best out there, and the numbers tend to support that as well. If you guys are new, I am a Forex trader, trading coach, co-founder of Tier1Trading.com, and this is a podcast that I release 3 times a week, giving you some insights on how to become a better trader, sharing with you stories from my journey on how I went from struggling trader to successful trader, and really just trying to give you motivation and positivity that you can use in all aspects of your life. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the haters, right? We're going to talk about haters. And really what I've learned throughout my career and my experience about how to handle them, and more importantly, how to handle yourself. Now, I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, and one of the people that I follow is a very motivational person named Adrian, a good friend of mine. She is someone that is essentially fighting off almost every single body failure known. I'm not even joking when I say that. She's in a very rough place, yet always finds time to stay positive. If you guys have ever seen me on Instagram and I repost something by Healthy Happy MUXCTF, that is her. And one of the things that keeps her really distracted by the pain of life is finding inspirational quotes, finding things that will help others. And it's been a blessing to know her through all these years. And I'm just really inspired. I know she'll say she's inspired by me, but I'm really inspired by what she's doing. And I was going through her feed today, this morning, and I saw a cool quote that said, "Supporting another's success won't ever dampen yours." Again, supporting another's success won't ever dampen yours. And it makes me think about really how we treat others and this sense of competition that we're always in. And this is interesting from my perspective, because if you guys know me, I am a harsh competitor. I am probably the most competitive person you'll ever meet. Matter of fact, I am the most competitive person you will ever meet. I dare you. Challenge me. Come on. We can go at it to see who's most competitive. It's me. I guarantee it. So it was hard for me to really accept the fact that when it came to business, and when it came to trading, that we weren't necessarily in competition. In trading, I was always under this opinion that whenever I win, someone else loses. And I just got a comment on the Twitter, someone responding to this quote saying that, well, we can't always support others because we need to root for others to lose, because if others don't lose, we can't win. And that's not necessarily the truth. Yes, we do need a good amount of like the let's call them the newbie kind of mindless traders that do questionable things in the market, in order for the big fish to trap them and for us to kind of hop on, piggyback the big fish and what they're doing. But trading isn't necessarily a game where if I win, you lose. And it's not necessarily a game where every time a buyer wins, the sellers are losing. If you've spent any time with me in the foundation course, right? The foundation course is a course I created last year, or was it 2 years ago now? I don't know when it was. It took me about a year to. I created it about 2 years ago. I had it on it was on the bench for a little bit while we were going through kind of the change in companies from the old company to Tier 1 Trading, and it was something that I released really providing a different outlook on reading a price chart. Instead of just looking at a red candle, a green candle, or a big candle, a small candle, it really focused on the story within the candles, the buying pressure versus the selling pressure, and the battle that happens at different specific levels between the two parties. I'm actually working on a foundation course, part 2, coming out this summer. I'm saying it, so I have to do it. That's typically what I do. I put it out there, then I'm like, oh man, I did tell people it's there. But that's going to take it into a little bit more depth. But in general, what I like to explain about price action is I like to explain the difference between explain what's happening at different price levels and why it's happening, meaning buying pressure versus selling pressure. And if you've spent any time with me, you know that just because something sells off, just because a buyer, let's say, for example, is selling, doesn't necessarily mean they're being stopped out. That could be the case. If someone's buying and the market goes the opposite direction, in order to get out of that painful state, a buyer has to sell to get out of the market. That would be called taking a loss. But if you think about it, when is another time that a buyer must sell in the market, right? Let's say you buy something and you buy Apple stock and it goes up and it goes up and it goes up and you want to take profit. What are you doing when you take profit? Well, you're selling, aren't you? So in that case, a buyer is selling, but it's not in a negative. It's a positive. You're selling to put money in your pocket, and it affects the market the same way because sell orders are still flooding in, right? So it's not necessarily that, hey, if a buyer is selling, that another seller is taking money from them. No, you can theoretically both be making money at the same time. So we don't necessarily need to root for other traders to fail. And even if that was the case, I still wouldn't root for people to fail. I would support them if they're doing good. If they're failing, I would hope they change. But if they don't, that's on them. But and now I lost my whole train of thought here. But when it comes to business as well, I was under the same impression, right? When I am not a businessman by any means. It's the weirdest thing. I know we talk business on this podcast. I know many of you guys think I am. I guess technically I am, but I don't look at myself as a business person. I don't look at myself as an entrepreneur. I guess at heart, I have an entrepreneur spirit in the way I do things. I guess, well, let's put it back. I am an entrepreneur. I need to stop saying that. I am an entrepreneur because my spirit is being an entrepreneur, right? Do something that I love, create something where I can create time freedom, create something where I don't have to answer to anyone, and then hire people that know more about me to do the stuff that I don't want to do. That way I can save time doing I can save time by only focusing on doing what I love and having other people do the things that I don't want to do. I guess that is the entrepreneur mindset. But I'm not a true business person as far as like your salesman or something like that. Your cutthroat salesman, go after the hard sale and put down everyone else, right? That's just not my style. I believe in just creating something that has a massive amount of value and being better than everyone else. And that if my product has the most value out there, then you're more likely to buy what I have to offer versus what someone else has to offer. And that's been, it's worked very, very well for me over the years. But I came in with the idea that every other trading educator, every other system salesman, every other person out there is my competition and I have to crush them, right? I would never like a post by another trading company. I would never retweet a positive message from someone else trading, giving trading advice. Why would I support them? Why would I want my followers seeing what they're saying? They might jump ship and go from what I'm offering to that other person. And then I woke up one day and I said, no, why would I root for other people to fail? How would I like it if people rooted for me to fail? I mean, I don't care. I'm sure people are out there doing it. But in theory, you wouldn't like someone to root for you to fail, right? No one likes that. And my thought process changed to, we're fighting a bigger picture here, right? You guys see me, I support many other traders out there. I support many other trading educators out there. I retweet stuff all the time. I buy books from them. Even if I don't read them, I buy them just to support, and I share them. Bought this book from my buddy over here. Check it out. I haven't read it yet, but it's going to be good. And why do I do that? Because we're fighting a bigger battle. It's not me against them. It's not us at Tier 1 Trading against them. It's what we believe in, the message, the positive message versus the negative message. I support people who are supporting my cause. My cause since I got into teaching trading has been to demonstrate and show what the reality of trading looks like. Tell people that you can have massive success. Show people that, hey, I came from nothing. Trading was my tool. I was mentored and I was coached. I messed up millions of times, but I eventually made it and I created the perfect life for myself and my family. And my goal is to give that knowledge that I was able to attain over the years, give it back to others so that they can achieve the same thing. And at the same time, I want to stop others from getting hurt. right? I shared many of our accountability sessions where we have traders on our platform that we worked with that spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars chasing these get rich quick schemes, being scammed out of the market, doing this, doing that. And I want to eliminate that. I want to eliminate people being tricked, falling for this MLM stuff, falling for this buy my magic system and make $1 million overnight stuff, right? I want to stop that. That is my goal. And if another trading educator is out there, if another person is out there that has the same goal, then we're all working towards the same thing. It's not me versus them. It's this message versus that message. And again, some of you guys are saying, well, Akil, why would you break up your business like that? What if someone jumped ship from your platform to their platform? Well, that's good. I want to say this in the most humblest way and most uncocky way possible, but like, I don't need your business. We get this all the time. Whoa, you must not be a good trader if you're coaching. Not true at all. I'm a good trader and I'm a good coach. I trade because it gives me income and financial independence. I coach because it gives me purpose. Trading doesn't give me purpose. When I was managing money for other wealthy individuals, that didn't give me purpose. I'm making people that have already made it and are already rich and they have this fun money, right? They have a couple $100,000 just to throw around with fun money. I'm just helping them get more wealthy. That's not really as purposeful as taking someone that came from nothing, teaching them a skill, and watching them develop their business. So if someone jumps ship and if going to another trading educator, if that's the best fit for them, if they say, hey, Akil, I like your stuff, but really not into that style, I kind of like their style better, and they go to that other person and it allows them to become successful, we all win because the trader wins. And again, that's probably not the best business mindset out there. The business mindset is, right, put money in my pocket, but that's you don't need it. I don't need it. Do I want you to work with me? Yeah. I think I do a good job of coaching traders. Do I need you to work with me? No. And that's why I'll never chase people down. I'll never call you up. Hey, wait a minute. Okay. Let's try this one more time. No. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, find someone else. But we need to support others that are successful. And here's the thing. Others that are successful, again, going back to the quote, supporting another's success won't ever dampen yours. Having someone else be successful doesn't make you worse. How does it? Is there a direct correlation? If Timothy becomes a great trader, does that make you a worse trader? Well, probably not. Then why are we so negative, right, towards Timothy? Well, it's jealousy. It's envy. The same reason someone writes a negative comment on your post. Because guess what? If they truly didn't care about your post, they wouldn't respond at all. I have a girl that I work with at the university, and she's thinking about starting a YouTube channel. And she did a poll the other day. She did a poll on Instagram, and it was like 87%. It was some poll. She does like hair products and how to keep healthy hair and stuff like that. And she did the poll. The poll was like, do you like this better than that? Blah, blah, blah. And 87% said yes. 13% said no. And she was upset. And I said, why are you upset? And she's thinking about this. She's like, 13% said no. I said, what about the 87% that said yes? And I told her this. I said, well, let me ask you this, right? If someone truly didn't care about your post, would they take the time to hit no? And this goes for any of you guys I know many of you guys, at least many of the traders that I'm working with, have started kind of social media endeavors where they're starting to build their reputation through social media so that it can lead to a future as far as it could be coaching, it could be a signal service, it could be managing money. Started building their rep. And I love it. I love it. But if someone doesn't like what you're doing or doesn't care what they're doing, they would just scroll through. Why would someone take the time to hit no? Why would someone take the time to leave a negative comment on your post? And I'm not talking about a comment that makes sense, where it's like a difference in opinion. Like, hey, I don't agree because, and they give something valuable. I'm talking about someone that says, oh, no traders do that, blah, blah, blah. One of those comments. Well, it's because secretly they see you doing something that they wish they were doing. They see you achieving a level of success that they wish they had. And instead of accepting it and saying, man, that's awesome. Latch is doing a good job. I need to step my game up. George has been posting every day. Man, I've been slacking. I need to get back on it. Instead of looking in the mirror and asking themselves, what do I have to do better to be like these people? It's much easier for them to shift the blame on you. Oh, you're this, you're that. Because then they don't feel as guilty. What I'd rather see out there is I'd rather see you guys supporting each other. Because I look at it this way, and I have firsthand experience from our community at Tier 1 Trading, right? We were recognized in Forbes magazine. And I keep bringing this up because, guys, it's just awesome to be recognized in Forbes magazine. Come on now. Like, why wouldn't you remind people, right? I'm about to get a t-shirt that says, ask me about the Forbes magazine article. Oh, did I mention? Yeah, right? But we were recognized in Forbes magazine as being one of the most innovative trading companies out there, changing the way that traders are taught and learn, changing the way that people find success. And it's really the community aspect. It's like any other quality mastermind group out there. You surround yourself with like-minded individuals, people that are all focused on the same goal, and people get better. But what you see happen when you support someone is it makes them feel good, right? A compliment makes them feel good. There are studies done, not to get too psychological on you, but there are studies done that when you give a compliment to someone else, not only do you feel good yourself, but that person is much more likely to give a compliment to someone else. You guys ever hear the pay it forward, where someone does a nice deed, they go through there's a Burger King commercial, I think, like this, where the guy goes through and he orders like coffee and these fries from Burger King. And he's like, give me like 5 of them or 6 of them. And the lady's like, oh man, you must be really hungry. And it cuts to a scene behind him where it's his dad. He's like a soccer dad. He's his dad. There's like 5 girls and they're all singing some pop song. And he's like, if you guys have kids, you know how it is. He's like, he's about to go insane. He's sitting there, he's shaking. He's like, kill me now, right? And the guy up front orders those fries for the car behind him and the coffee for the guy behind him. And he's sitting there and he's smiling, he's happy, he's in a better mood. Well, he's more likely to do something nice to someone else as well. And then that person that he touches is more likely to do something nice for someone else as well. And that's how support is. Imagine success being this hill, Mount Everest, right? Without the dying. Well, I guess people die on the way up, trying to be successful, I guess. But imagine it being this hill. And you guys are all climbing, right? And there is Super Climber, the most successful climber out there. And he's climbing up, he's way ahead of you. What do you think's going to happen if you say, hey, Super Climber, yeah, you suck. You're only up there because of X, Y, Z. What is he more likely to do? Probably keep on going. You probably pissed him off, and now he's got this super strength and he's climbing even faster. But what if you're like, hey, Super Climber, man, you're doing a great job. Just want to say that you are an immaculate climber. You the man. How do you think he feels? Probably a little bit happy. What do you think he's likely to do? You think he's likely to maybe slow down and reach a hand down to you and say, come on, let's do this together? Do you think he's likely to turn around and give you some advice? Hey, watch your step right there. A little icy. Probably. And then what does that do to you? That helps you become more successful. So if you're serious about being successful, I don't understand why you're not supporting others that have found success. They're on the same journey as you. They just happen to get there first. They just happen to be doing something different. Why hate? Why not let it be contagious? Why not let positivity be contagious? I read something the other day too. I don't remember it, but it was like, I think you're 31% more productive when you have a positive attitude. I didn't get a chance to dig into it, but I found that to be interesting. But why aren't we helping each other out? Do you know that when we first started Tier 1 trading, right? This was last minute, typical Akil procrastination, right? I always say procrastination is a positive. I am a positive procrastinator, right? I let the pain of not getting something done become so intense that I have to get it done, right? Typical back against the wall type of me. It's the way I operate. I'm cool with it. When we started Tier 1 trading within a month, within about, I'll say about 9 weeks. After I made the decision to leave the other company, this was back in 2017, December 2017. I made the decision, I think, over Thanksgiving break while I was with family. I make most of my best decisions when I'm with family because, you kind of see the values of life. And I informed them the first week of December. I said, hey, I will no longer be renewing my services with you. And I had no game plan. I had ideas. I'm like, I'm a trader first and foremost, so I'll trade. I had ideas about coaching. Maybe I'll start my blog up again. Maybe I'll do a website. I don't really know much about website development, right? Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. I didn't have an idea. I didn't know what I was going to do, but there were some thoughts going around, right? And eventually, I hooked up with Darren because I was actually looking for someone to do website development, and Darren is a great website developer. And he was actually ready to call me at the same exact time because he was looking to start something else. And we kind of just called each other like, hey, do you want to? No, you go. Well, I was thinking that. Well, you go. No, we should open up a new. What were you about to say? Oh, my man, right? On the same page. Greystone got on board soon after. And we had a meeting about mid-December. And we decided to start something new. From scratch. And it was one of those things where it's like, okay, we want to launch it in January. I think the original idea was like the second week of January. And we were basically pulling all-nighters for about like 6 weeks to get stuff done, to get a website developed. We had to get, we got like 6 courses done within 6 weeks. It was crazy. And, with anything tough, it starts off good. And then typically you run out of Red Bulls, you run out of coffee, you start getting drained. And the way that we kept each other motivated was this. Greystone would type on the Skype. And he would say, hey guys, just uploaded 6 new videos. And I'd look at that. And I'd be like, son of a... Let's get back to work, Akil. Good job, Greystone. I check him out. I'm like, man, these videos are awesome. I got to step my game up. Good stuff. And I'd come back and, hey, Greystone, check the site. 10 more up. What's up now? And we did that back and forth, just to keep each other motivated, right? He would climb up the hill. He'd reach back. He'd pull me up. I'd jump ahead of him. I'd climb, right? Break some of the wind for him. Reach my hand back. Pull him up, right? And we just kept doing that until we both reached the top. Never any hatred there. Just 2 successful people supporting each other. 3, Darren's doing other stuff in the background, going crazy. But just people supporting each other. And it's not about who's more successful. It's not about who's getting more views on this video, whose course was the best, who's the better trading coach. It's not about that. It's about, hey, we're both getting better. We're both spreading the message. We're both achieving our purpose, and we share that same value as far as purpose in life goes. And that's why there will never be any trading competition between us. And it was the same way with Jason Greystone, or Jason Stapleton, same way with Todd Brown, the other company, right? It was all fighting for the same idea. Same thing with Charles. So I challenge you, right? This time I have another challenge for the month of April. No more push-ups and sit-ups. Man, that destroyed me. But I challenge you for the month of April to only be supportive. Only be supportive. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to make stuff up. If you see something you don't like, it doesn't mean you need to be like, good job. Yeah, backtesting is pointless, like you said, right? You don't have to lie and make something up. But it's like kind of what your mom used to say. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But support each other. See what effect it has on you. Trust me, I've seen it with our tier 1 trading community, and that's why we are creating successful traders at a much higher rate than the rest of the industry. How do I know? Because we've spoken with prop firms and other high-level investors in the industry about what we're doing, because what they're doing isn't working that well. Or rather, isn't working to the level that they want to see it at. And it's no secret. Good product, good people. Good process. For you guys that are fans of the Prophet, Marcus Lemonis, right? People, process, product. We surround ourselves with good people. We have a very good process in how we train those people. And we have a very good product. And as long as we keep doing that, we're going to continue to see good success results. So that's your challenge. Do me a favor, if you're listening to this on YouTube, leave a comment below. If you're listening to this on another podcasting place, hit me up on social media, Twitter, Instagram. Let me know if you're in. Let me know if we're in. Are you willing to take this challenge and only be positive, only support success for the entire month of April, or whatever month you're listening to this on? And if you are, I'm right there with you. So cheers to your future success, and I wish all of you guys the best of luck. Take care.
Daddy,
What's up, buddy?
can you see my drawing?
Let me see. Yeah, I saw your drawings on my calendar.
Yeah, I don't know you.
I can't.
I thought you wiped it off.
No, I kept it there because it's nice, man. It motivates me.
Huh?
Said I like it. It motivates me.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I didn't shut my mic off. Bonus footage.